Hi guys, this is RV and today I'm doing a review of the movie The Trial of the Chicago 7. It's a Netflix original movie and it's a 2020 movie and this is a quite interesting movie. So let's get on with it. Now, The Trial of the Chicago 7. Now, the title itself tells us a lot about the movie. There's a trial which was held for something which happened in Chicago, and it was charged on 7 people to be very specific. That's what the title suggests, The Trial of the Chicago 7. So it's a very interesting movie. It's a very happening, it's very inspiring, gives you excitement, and it's based on a true incident which and there's a trial involved. There's US government, federal government involved. The peculiarities, the specifics, who people who understand administration and law, and the general working of the law, and what they want. After all this knowledge, only you can understand what the US federal government wanted, what the people were accused for, and why they were correct or why they were wrong. So you need to have a little bit of background, law administration knowledge, and only then you can get the full grasp of the movie. It's the execution. It's awesome. It's one of the very best executed movies of 2000 and 2020, and everybody ought to see it to know exactly what happened. Now, we think we people, general people. Now, USA is the greatest democracy on earth now, and the third world country and the second world country, all of them think US is a very great country. Its government, its public institutions, they hold people's rights, people's civil rights. They do not harm people. They stand up for their American people, and a lot of great and happy things they do for their people. But this is not always the case, and this movie actually reveals this fact that US government is as guilty as other governments, and they just do many things at the right time, and with all the politics and all the gaming, they have reached the position they are at now. So their hands are also dirty, and I suggest to read a little bit about the movie on Wikipedia and then watch the movie. You will get a full grasp of it. So there are a lot of technical language and technical words used in this movie. There are two types of trials. For example, there are two types of trials: civil trial and a criminal trial. The word used in this movie is a political trial, and yes, it is right. There's no such thing as political trial. Maybe it has been added now, but I am not aware of it. But I don't recall of anything being a political trial. But these two words have been used in the movie, and you should understand why that was a political trial. Okay, so let's get on with the story. Now, this is a trial of a incident, basically a protest of people based in 1968 in the city of Chicago, and the trial was held in 1969. The US government, the federal government, not any state government, the federal government accused some specific total number of 7 people of inciting violence, and they were charged under a law which was never done before, and they were held in court, and they were tried on, and they were accused of things they didn't do, and the whole thing was a little twisted from the US government side because they were protesting against the federal government. The protesters were against the Vietnam War, as it was a communist country. So USA did hurt Vietnam because it wanted a capitalist government there. So that's a bad thing to do by any country. So US did a bad thing. This, I just wanted to put it out there. And these protesters, American citizens protested, and then they were charged for things, and which they were tried for in 1969. So what happened was, these 7 people were accused. They were charged by the federal government in 1969 for a protest which happened in 1968. These 7 people were leaders of 7 different factions, but yes, they were in communication. They wanted to hold protest in 1968 for protesting against the Vietnam War. Now you know how the protests are. Anybody incites something and do incites a fight or violence. Even a fight between 2 people can incite a big protest, a big and it can go out of hand. So there is police all over controlling, and they can do things which they are not meant to do. Protesters can take law and weapons into their hands, which they are not meant to do. So it's very difficult in such a violent situation to accuse anyone of anything and to be two things done. But yes, the trial was held, and in detail the movie has shown it, and everybody should watch the trial. It's very awesome. So these 7 people were called into courts, and the role played by these 7 people, the big shots of the industry, like Gordon Levitt, Sacha Baron Cohen, Eddie Redmayne. These are all big shots of the movie industry, and they have acted really well. They have the acting was awesome of each and every actor, and the overall movie was very awesome. So as the trial went, the federal government accused them, so by the federal attorney, and which was played by Gordon Levitt. And it's very fun to watch the specifics of the trials, how the judges react, how the argument was placed, and what they were accused of and what they were not, and what happened in the end. I won't reveal everything because you should watch the movie. So the direction, cinematography, writing the story, the concept, the incident was very famous, very detailed. It was nice. People's choice rating would be around 3.5 stars. Critics choice rating also would be around 3.5 stars, and IMDb has rated 7.8 or 9. So this is very well justified, and please go and watch the movie. Peace out.